Good morning. We seem to be between thunderstorms in coastal Carolina, so hopefully I can finish this up before I get struck by lightning. Um, Last week, I had the unique privilege to attend the induction of a friend and mentor, Colonel Craig Kaczynski, into the U.S. SOCOM Commando Hall of Honor. And as I sat watching him and 17 other special operators get inducted, and they ranged from Army Special Operations and Rangers, Navy SEALs, Air Force Special Operations, Marine Force Recon, and Raiders. I couldn't help but wonder, what all of these warriors had in common, right? And I'm sure there's a lot. That they spanned every conflict from World War II to the present. Some were posthumous, others were Medal of Honor recipients, and some were, had been inducted based on a lifetime of contribution. But as I sat thinking about it, I realized that the four C's that I've talked about quite a bit: clarity of purpose, commitment to something that's bigger than themselves, the physical and moral courage to do not only what's right but what's necessary, and then the consistency to do all of the little things that are needed to set us up for success when big things demand it. And the four C's are definitely a component of discipline, right? And discipline is the key, or a key of mental toughness. And mental toughness is, of course, one of my favorite topics to talk about. I talk a lot about it in my forthcoming book, Tough Rugged Bastards, which you can pre-order right now. But a key component of mental toughness is, or at least a precursor to mental toughness, is the idea of willpower. And often when we think of willpower, we think of somebody saying, hey, I don't have the willpower to avoid chocolate chip cookies, or, if I had more willpower, I would go to the gym on a regular basis. But because I was traveling, I took a book with me, and because I frequently finish the book that I take, I always take a backup. And one of the books that I almost always bring along as a backup is Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. And in it, he talks a lot about Nietzsche's concept of the will to power. Now, the first time I read that, I thought it was just a problem with translation, but Nietzsche's very specific about what he talks about with the will to power. And the first part of it is willpower, to do what is necessary, to go through hardship and achieve difficult things. But the second part of it is the recognition that the opportunity to go through those difficult things is a gift, right? The recognition that every time we go through something difficult, it's making us a little better. So rather than bemoan the fact that we're having to do something difficult, we should instead embrace it. Now, hopefully none of us will wind up like Viktor Frankl in a concentration camp, and most assuredly, very few of us will ever be inducted into the SOCOM Hall of Honor. But we can all make the choice to not only continue to persevere through hardship, but to embrace it and seek it out, and recognize that with each hardship we face, it's giving us the opportunity to get better at getting better. It's like Viktor Frankl said, that which is to give light must endure burning. That's all for this week. I'll talk to you later.